Hi again, everybody. This video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous, and here's his story. Hi, Ollie. This the continuation of sibling abuse is a bullet fired by the abuser. This is about the mother of mine. Thanks for advising me, Ollie. I am going no contact. I am living on my own. One catch, though. 6 years ago, my mom had taken me when I was a young boy to overseas in the Balkans for a holiday. My mom pushed me and forced me to marry a girl that I have no love for. After 2 weeks, my mom called on the engagement. Even if I refused, I said no, but she cannot be reasoned with. My whole family stuck up for my mom. No one stuck up for me. Everyone in my family saw her as a slave. I thought I saw my wife as a soulmate. My cousin even was married to my brother-in-law. Later on, they divorced. I will get back to that later. When I was overseas, I was angry. No one stuck up for me. Once I was going to one of my cousins. I saw a young bloke there. He said to me that he used to go out with that girl. I told later on to my mom's cousin the story. That psychopath, same as my mom, threatened to bash that bloke who was my wife's ex. Why? I told my psychopath cousin I do not want to marry. I do not want to marry. He threatened to bash me. I was overseas, had no friends or real family to help me. This is a forced marriage. It can happen to both male or female. Going back home, I just had to suffer. Got married, but still living with my mom and her son husband. I still refused the marriage. Every time mom wanted something, she would manipulate my wife for anything, even for what clothes I should be wearing. My wife would force me to go to the psychopathic bitch of a doctor. The psychopath doctor I knew for me all my life, who is very abusive, says that I do not love my wife. Well, no shit. It's an arranged marriage. And then they send you to a psychologist that you don't love her. And there's a bit of a language barrier here. That's why this one's written like this. So bear with it. Look, man, this is something, and I've spoken about this in the past. This is something third world cultures do. Arranged marriages, forced marriages. It's a horrific thing. It's a horrific thing. And I wish you would have realized what probably I realize now, that back then you probably could have gotten out. It's not as hard as you think it is, but you're trapped by the narcissism. So for a doctor to then attack you for not loving someone that you're forced to marry, well, yeah, no shit, doc. You got a medical degree for that? Congratulations. I said that I care for her as a human being. The doctor says that's not enough. You must love her. What kind of fucking doctor demands love? I said my mom forced me to marry her. The doctor played down the truth and saying that I am sick, when in truth the doctor triangulated that time and a million times before. Mom's doctor is her girlfriend, and my mom leaks every information as about me. That is, I'm not sure which country you're in. I think you might be in Australia, but I know they have laws like that as well. That is a disgusting, disgusting conflict of interest. It is a disgusting conflict of interest on that doctor. If they're actually a real doctor, who the fuck knows what they are? She also put her on contraceptive pills because my wife could not have her menstruation properly due to stress. At home, the son husband used to always boss my wife around, same as my mom and my sister. My wife would also do all the house chores, cooking, cleaning, while my mom and the son husband will always sit back and relax. Yeah, they hired you a wife slave. That's what they hired. They forced you to marry somebody so they could have a house servant. Back then I would be upset, and I would still trust my brother. I would say that I want out of this sham marriage. He would say, don't do that. She would be hurt. You will be depressed and get sick. He will even threaten to kick me out of the house or even send me to the cleaners. He just makes me assume that I'm going through a healthy relationship with my wife. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. These people are all using you. They're using you to marry somebody so they can have a friggin' living housekeeper. Even anything goes wrong between me and my wife in private, somehow my brother would know anything and confront me and argue with me. He probably has a camera in your room or is watching. Every time I would go out with my friends, my mom and the son husband would say, why is she not going out with you? Don't you have a wife? Why? Because they do not want to see me free. Even a few years ago, I was separated for a few days from my wife. I went to see ZZ Top live. I've never felt so good being alone. Then my brother says, I miss her. Bull crap. There was a time when I went to a wedding. My cousin who was married to my brother-in-law was there sitting at the same table. I got very angry. She has never contacted me or asked how I felt about my relationship. She went no contact. I left the wedding hall and went to my friend's house and slept overnight. I got home on the morning, had a shower, and lied down. While I was lying down, I heard my mom and brother talking. My brother was laughing and saying, ha, he's jealous of her own of her own cousin because she is single. Then mom goes, ha, what a fucking idiot. Later I confronted them about this and they denied it. Even my own cousin said she was set up and knew what was going on. Why did she not help me instead? She did not talk to me, but she talks to other narcissistic family members. I still do not get it because she's abused. She's abused the same way you are. She's not as strong. Every time the wife gets angry about me, she complains to my mom about it. Mom would snap and yell at everything as about it. Even my wife would complain to my mom why I was forced to marry her. My mom would either scream at her or be silenced. Makes sense, does it? But my wife would cry to hear that I do not love her. I just do my best to tell her the truth. But to me, she is manipulated. She claims my mom arranged the marriage to make my life complete. Bullshit! She did it to make their own lives complete, her and her son husband. What a load of garbage. I think the woman has an agenda of her own, or maybe she's just plain naive. Even my next door neighbor would confront her about forcing me into marriage. My mom would scream back to her, and the whole neighborhood could hear her scream. My wife always had berated me about leaving her, arguing in the city in front of hundreds of people. She is manipulated by my mom. My cousins would mock me about being wanting to leave the sham marriage. I hate it. Fast forward, before I went no contact and separating, my mom would bring my nephews over. I was sleeping in a separate back room at my mom's. Anyway, away from my wife. She brings them so I can sleep next to my wife and be with her. She would argue with me because I am sleeping on the sofa. I would argue that I want to be separate for damn sakes. Even one time she said, come sleep to me in the bed, next to me in my bed. I said no. What the hell is wrong with her? My own mom wants to sleep next to me. She is a psychopath. No, your mom wants to fuck you, dude. Hate to tell you that. Your mom is a pervert. So maybe in a way she did do it for you in a little way. So you could have a wife that is a live-in servant, and then you and your brother and your mother could do whatever she's bouncing around in her sick little fantasy mind. Now I am moved out. My old number was hacked by the son, husband, brother of mine when I was talking to my now ex. He wiretapped my phone. What a spy. Ali, I could not thank you enough. I apologize if I could not include more important things. There is too much to put in. I would like you and your subscribers to comment and give some advice if you could. Thanks to you, my friend. Here's my advice, very simply. cut them all out. Move as far away as you can. If you're going through a divorce, I hope you have a divorce lawyer. Let the divorce lawyer handle all of it. Don't even talk to your ex-wife, your wife, whatever she is. Don't talk to any of them. These people are poisonous maggots. Poisonous. Who are looking for nothing more than a live-in servant. And your mother wants you to sleep with her in the bed, forcing you into a marriage with a woman she uses as a slave. Huh. It sounds like your whole family is caught up in this third world mentality of bullshit. And that's exactly what it is. Third world fucking mentality. Bullshit. Destructive, narcissistic, sexually inappropriate, and just will ruin your entire life. The only opinion, the only advice I can give you, and the only thing you can do is to be no contact from everybody. From everybody. And don't look back. Don't defend yourselves to them. Don't argue with them. Don't care if they're laughing at you. Laugh at them back. Laugh at them back. Say, what kind of sick fucking people in the 21st century forces their son to marry somebody they don't love? Who? Who? They know what the truth is. They make fun of you to shut you up. Make fun of them back. Call them what they are. Third world, peasant culture, backward ass idiots. That's what they are. Peasant idiots. That's why they make fun of you. That's why they gaslight you, to shut you up. They know they're the ones that are fucked up. But don't engage them unless you absolutely have to. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your story. And it's a really sad one. And I understand your frustration. But I'm glad you're in the process of breaking away. Just make sure you follow through it and continue on figuring out why things went the way they did in your own life and how to fix them. Don't talk to your wife. Let your attorney handle that. Because any dealings with them is only going to be turned around and used against you. So I hope that helps. Thank you again for the contribution and your story. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a narcissist you'd like to expose or a topic you'd like me to cover, you know what to do with the PayPal and my email links in the description box. Remember, in the email you send me with your story, please put at the top whether or not it's with contribution and what name you'd like to go by. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon.